Party time.
Mm, mm.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm. Yeah, we really need this.
It's
Oh,
so beautiful. Yeah.
Michael, you want me to start with some Adi Ashanti quotes?
I would love it.
You.
Yeah, I really loved him when I was seeking. I don't know why people don't quote him more in our community, but I think it may be because he talks about practice a lot, and that's a non-dual no-no.
Mhm.
So,
Only in certain sects of almost like a religion, like only because the Advaita traditional, they're all down with that. But this includes everything,
yeah,
practice and yeah, all of it.
yeah. This one question, what do I know for certain, is tremendously powerful. When we look deeply into this question, it actually destroys the world. It destroys your whole sense of self, and it's meant to. You come to see that everything you think you know about yourself, everything you think you know about the world, is based on assumptions, beliefs, and opinions. Things you believe because you were taught or told they were true. Until we start to see these false perceptions for what they really are, consciousness will be imprisoned within the dream state. In a certain sense, enlightenment is dying into the ordinary or into extraordinary ordinariness. We start to realize that ordinary is extraordinary. It's almost like catching on to a hidden secret that all along we were in the promised land, the kingdom of heaven. From the very beginning, there was only nirvana, as the Buddha would say. But we were misperceiving things by believing the images in the mind, by contracting through fear, hesitation, and doubt. We misperceived where we are. We didn't realize we were in heaven. We didn't realize we were in the promised land. We didn't realize that nirvana is right here, right now, exactly where we are. Whatever you imagine yourself to be, it's a mask, and it's hiding emptiness. The end.
Wow.
Oh,
That's, oh my God, I love it. Every bit.
yeah.
What was that one of the books or was that
I looked it up on Goodreads. So
awesome?
quotes from him, yeah, from his book.
Thank you. Yeah, it's amazing. This whole world is a projection of your mind, of your false assumptions, which are changeable and malleable. Whatever you're paying attention to is your world. I wrote about, I wanted to read this that I wrote. Um, let's see. I am that I am. I'm on the Zoom call. Oh, okay. Here we go. Take this. Okay. Sorry. I am that I am. Fill in the blank. I am that which I pay attention to. Thus is my world. The world is a projection in me as pure immaculate consciousness. And what I pay attention to, I give rise to, which is malleable and infinite, as I am infinite being. You have to keep paying attention to an idea to render it continuously. This is timeless, empty, substratum, a unified field of superposition, empty potential from which nothing ever happened before this. What's being imagined is so fleeting you can't even grasp it. Holding on with attention to memory projects it like a movie. So for the story of an individual to appear to exist, you'd have to keep paying attention to that thought, idea, concept, to keep projecting it in the imagination or rendering it. Paying attention to the mind projects the world. What you resist persists. What you focus on, you create more of. What you ignore disappears. What you're aware of being aware of is destroyed and swallowed by you as its source. What you pay attention to becomes your world. And what's paying attention? And so I put hint in parentheses. It's dog spelled backwards.
Mm.
Oh my God, you're God. Yay! And this is so magical. All of this, imagining yourself as everything.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Jenny. And Leela, thanks for reading that as well. And in your reading, if I can remember, enlightenment is hidden in the ordinariness, and the ordinariness is, I don't remember what that was, but it's right here, smack.
Yeah.
Pen doing, this is it. This is liberation from liberation.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Whatever's being felt right now is you as the infinite, feeling yourself, making love to yourself. So sitting in a chair is enlightenment, so everything, all of this, it's like a beautiful sensory experience, and you're like the infinite intelligence feeling and being. And like hiding in plain sight by literally being too ordinary to even, it's just.
It's longing for itself in sadness and jealousy, in comparison. It's longing for itself in anger. It's longing for itself. And there's not even in all ways, but it's just longing for itself right here in this moment. This.
Yes, yeah. Every experience, yeah. What is it like to taste this? What is it like to be this, feel this? It's.
You can't even describe taste, can you?
Mm-mm.
Indescribable.
Yeah, it's non-conceptual, it's experiential.
Mm. Can I say something?
Yeah.
I've been writing a little bit about betrayal and how, because I've made it real, I made it real. It seemed to last a long time in the mind because I gave rise to it, and then I held on to it as if it was some sacred thing. And I didn't know how to get rid of it. So then it was just a choice to choose the sacred unity of all things, the sacred unity of beingness.
Yes.
Which is the friend, which is always loving and always uniting and always accepting. Even in that feeling of betrayal, I can choose, love and of beingness.
Mm-hmm.
And the sacredness of betrayal that I thought was real, it no longer has a purpose. In a way, it just disappears because it's not needed anymore.
Yeah, when you don't resist it, it's integrated. It comes home. Home sweet home. Yeah, beautiful.
But when we make what we make real persists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you're saying, no, this is separate. It keeps coming up to try to come home. And it's
right.
Yeah. And then when you welcome it, it's all allowed.
Yes, when you allow it. Yeah. It's okay.
It's amazing because even if there's like these habitual negative thoughts that were being resisted, once you're aware of them without thought, just feeling the sensation without resistance, without thought, you watch it dissolve. It's like you swallow it And then you see yourself as the absolute, you know, that's not separate from it. How could it have appeared without you? It's, yeah. And so then it's all, when it's all welcome, it doesn't come up anymore. It doesn't,
Right,
you know,
because it's
exactly.
been reunited
Yeah.
with itself.
Yay.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thanks.
That is beautiful. Thank you.
There was nobody ever there.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing? That was all, it's all you.
Right, it was all the same.
Yeah.
Just expanding and exploring, and it's like some sort of a adventure ride where the more expansion happens, there's all these new parts of ourselves that we've never come in contact with before. It's like,
Yeah.
what are we
It's
going to
like,
do with it?
it's like infinite discovery. It's amazing.
Like, are we going to bring it into ourselves, like welcome it, or are we going to go, no?
Yeah.
There's nobody doing it.
Yeah.
It's just like there's just it's just a flowing happening.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nina. It's beautiful.
Yes.
Nina.
Nina.
Yeah. No worries. No worries.
Hello.
Hey, Raj.
Hello.
Raj.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
As Lila was saying, seeing the I wish you talk a bit more on seeing the extraordinary in the ordinary. Can you speak more on this? Because I feel this is very important.
Okay. So for me, we could say, speaking for myself, nothing changes in a profound way. It's just the way it's seen and where it's seen from seems to shift. Nothing is added. It's just sort of a fog that lifts. So, yeah, this ordinary humanness remains, and nothing says it should be otherwise. Only thoughts say it shouldn't be this way. And that feels like love of this human experience, you know, as it is, imperfect.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was talking with my wife earlier this morning and kind of seeing that all of the possessions that we have, all of the things that we think we own, all of those goodies, all of these experiences, and you realize that they're going to be left for somebody else, and then they're going to be left for somebody else, or not, whatever's going on. But this is like a rent a body. Rent a body means it's like I could be on vacation right here, right now.
Mm.
You know, when you're on vacation, you don't have anything to be concerned about,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much, other than the thoughts of being back home and being concerned about that.
Yeah.
But being here right now in in a vacation mode is like being okay with whatever is happening and
Yeah.
not owning anything and thinking that, oh, I'm afraid of this, or afraid of they're going to hurt this, or it's almost like we can use and experience everything that's presented to us, that's presented to me. And like everybody's saying, my thoughts are and determining the attitudes I have towards life. And if I think I own anything, or if I possess or attach to anything, that's where the fear and the pain come of loss. And it's
Exactly.
just, and it's just an old, it's all within the oneness, yet I think I'm separate, and here I am believing in something that's not real.
Yeah.
But yet it
Mhm.
is to the one that's experiencing it. It's like a dream that feels, oh, yeah, this is real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing how this is timeless and literally nothing happened before this. Where is it? Where did those words go? You can't
Mhm.
even grasp this. It's not even happening. And the grasping on which is just a memory, which you have to, like you have to keep trying to pay attention to it to keep rendering it on the movie screen. So it's like now, 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 where nothing happened before this, but you would have to keep repeating it over and over again to keep perpetually, continuously repeating it onto the screen.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. Which
I,
is,
I've been
it's
doing
amazing.
that. Well,
And
that's
it's
been
like,
happening. That's all.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just
What you
what's
pay
happening.
attention to, you render. So then you can change the attention. You can focus on the feeling of the opposite and then you render that, you know? It's all playful. So it's like God can appear to, which is infinite and limitless, which you are, and then by focusing your pure immaculate awareness, which remains untouched, it's by what's appearing to happen. You're always immaculate, but by paying attention to the I feel limited, or I'm separate from the world, or the world is broken and there's horrible things happening, well, then you project that onto the screen. And so then it's playful because then you can also pay attention to the opposite. The world is heaven. I'm God and everything's God. And this is just my imagination and my infinite playground from which anything can appear and disappear. And none of this is happening. And I'm not the character. I'm imagining the character. And then you project that on the screen.
So our beingness is constantly participating in reality, or a false reality.
Yeah, all the false assumptions because it's all
Right.
illusion.
But it
Yeah.
still can participate in that, and and then render it real.
Yeah, and then if you back up all the way to what's happening here, when you really inquire, what's really happening, all there is sensing impersonal
Right.
sensations.
There's nothing
Yeah.
real.
And there's no one, yeah, no one that's being affected. Like you remain untouched. Like when you really focus on um what's what's perceiving these illusory sensations, you remain untouched, like the screen in the movie theater that doesn't get burned or the fire at the movie. It's not, yeah, it's all imaginary. Like you just don't, you remain completely untainted
Right.
and eternal, invincible.
Love.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Go ahead, Jackie.
As Nina and Ginny, as you were just speaking, and Jeannie, your words like gold. And I noticed I was doing the same. I'm like, her words are gold. I have to hold on to them.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on to them. I've got to remember.
That's
And I'm
awesome.
like, even as I'm trying to grasp onto it, it's gone. Like
Yeah.
happening in
Isn't
real
that
time.
amazing?
Oh my gosh. And I've been
Yeah.
doing this obviously for decades. Like,
And what always remains? What's always here, despite the coming and going, the appearance and disappearance? Mm. Yeah. That which you are, that's eternal. This, yeah, from which everything's appearing and disappearing. And you don't have a body, you don't have a personality.
Mm. Oh, I love this.
Yay.
I love this.
Yay.
I love
Jackie,
this.
do you feel like a sense of relief in this?
and even as we're talking about this and the sense of relief, I've realized that I tell myself that I'm not feeling good in my body, I'm feeling anxiety, so I have to listen to some video. So, and then I get relief, and then 30 seconds later, I'm back to square one. Like
Mhm.
today, I woke up at about 6 o'clock and I went back to bed, and it's like 10:30 now. And for the past hours, I was listening to Leela,
Mm.
to that space of bliss. And about 6 weeks ago, I had dental surgery, and of course, I took Ginny with me.
Oh, yay.
Listening to that. For the past many weeks, I've been sleeping with Ginny.
Yay.
And
Awesome.
so the realization is coming up that to feel relief, I'm done with I needed relief, so drinking the wine, and I'm exhausted with that. I'm like, it hasn't got me anywhere, and it's been weeks and months and years of drinking. And I've realized my latest addiction has been I'm feeling anxious, so I'll listen to some YouTube, which is giving my power away to someone else. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, what am I
Well,
doing?
even being aware of that transmutes it, you know? You catch it right away. You see yeah, because you are everything. So you're imagining yourself, projecting yourself as these characters, talking to yourself of what you already know. And then even in that moment of that feeling of suffering where you want to find um, where you as the only cause is the only power feel the urge to project yourself out as a placebo um, symptom or whatever to have some relief. Even being aware of that in that moment, just feeling that sensation without thought just swallows it up instantly. It just dissolves everything. And then it's like the absolute sees itself. The absolute sees itself each time. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm the only one. I'm the only cause. I'm the only,
Mm-hmm.
and there, and yeah. And it's all me. It's all, I'm talking to
Oh.
imaginary friends. That's all me.
Nothing can prevent this from being seen, not even
Mm-hmm.
watching YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
So you're home. You're just home, Jackie. Even
Always. Yeah.
always, yeah, with the addictions or with the distractions, you're still home.
Mm-hmm.
There's no prerequisite. It is already, you know.
Mm.
Yeah. It's so cool. I imagined like a room, like turning a room upside down, looking for it, like throwing the furniture everywhere. And it's the throwing the furniture, it's the looking, it's the turning the room upside down, it's everything. It's like every sensation. It's just making love to itself, just feeling, and it's just experiential, you know?
Yeah.
So even the resistance to the sensation is it, and when you back up to what's really happening, all there is that impersonal sensing, illusory qualities. So it's just one infinite intelligence tasting itself.
Mm-hmm. I was imagining the wind, and so the absolute becomes the wind that blows everything around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all of it. Yeah.
It's everything.
It's still always the absolute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the more I felt, the more I paid attention without thought to this pure emptiness, this beingness that's always there between, from which thoughts and everything appears and disappears, which is the universe, which is your entire body. You are the totality. So it swallows everything. It's just obvious that it is everything.
And in a world where nothing can be trusted with your trust, the absolute just feels like it can be the trustworthy. It can be the trusted.
Yes.
It's the only trustworthiness available.
It's so safe. Your home, sweet home.
Safe.
Yeah.
Safe. Yeah.
Yeah, all there is you. How could anything be harmful? It's all you. And it's all benevolent and harmless, unless you label it harmful and then you project that onto the screen just for fun. Just for fun. It's all like the sugar pill, the placebo. So like abiding is that the one, that from which everything appears and disappears within you. Everything is you. Everything's heaven. And then that's all you see. So it's like infinite worlds within you. You can experience infinite worlds.
Mm-hmm.
The magician, like Michael Jeffries, magic. Infinite magic.
What is needed and what is wanted has always been here. So what's seen here is that life is always giving. It's just constantly giving right here. And what seems to not be giving are thoughts that say we need more. We got to do this. Let's go. Even that's part of it, but still, but when I just sit here, everything is just, and that's what I can see looking back, that there was this feeling of not wanting to see this ordinariness. Couldn't be this thoughts. If I read this a little bit more, thoughts, but right here it's constantly giving, the breath that's moving in and out of the body. Sights, the feeling of the bum on this couch is it. Sensations of frustration is it. Sensations of joy, peace, aggravation is it. It's just right here. So ordinary.
Yes. Too immediate, yeah.
It's freedom for this to express how it wants. It's not freedom from how this expresses. It's not what we think it is when we're seeking. We think we're gonna find some magical bubble that'll protect us from the way we feel and thoughts that are disturbing. But we see that it's already valid. It's already arising. The sun shines on that too. It's free. It's terrifyingly free.
Yeah, so we give ourselves the permission just to be instead of trying to be something.
Also to experience very, Nina, that's beautiful. Also the experience of, okay, this Indira life, looking at the paycheck last month and getting frustrated, frustration coming up. Oh my God, this is not as much as I wanted. That kind of coming up, that's it right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, frustration, less money, you know, it's like, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's liberation right there. So there was this idea that
Oh,
there was this idea, this identification previously, looking back to that when I find this liberation, or if I'm like, if I become like Eckhart Tolle or like Angelo or like Lisa Carnes or like Adi Ashanti, then I will be experience peaceful moments 24 hours a day, regardless of how everybody's acting. That is just so irrelevant. It doesn't even make sense here. And it's the opposite. It's just being in that, feeling all the emotions, every bit of it.
mm.
Not, and then who's running?
Mm-hmm.
No one's running. It's just real immediate. Everything feels immediate. Every
Mm-hmm.
emotion feels immediate. And
Yeah.
uncomfortable. Sometimes it feels fucking uncomfortable. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at examine a baby before it's pure awareness before it's aware of being conscious. And so there's no thought yet that's coming in saying, labeling shit, and but it's still perceiving sensations, and it's just like, that's what you are, is the pure consciousness, just feeling, and you're immaculate and immortal. So like the baby's still, so it'll throw a fit and then it's over and done because it's timeless and it didn't freaking happen. There's no holding on or clinging on to it happened, so then there's no more projecting it on the magic movie screen.
Yeah.
So
Not holding on to the story. Absolutely.
yeah, because to keep, it takes a lot of effort or energy to keep rendering the story. You got to keep paying attention to the story to keep hallucinating it.
Yeah, it feels like when there's no filter and it's just full on allowed and there's no thought that's trying to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it moves quicker, like a little kid throwing a tantrum and then
Mm-hmm.
forget about it, you know.
Yeah, because it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Effortless being. Yay, Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm smiling now thinking about this, thinking of my kids. Every time they cried, I tried to stop it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of letting them express it, it's like,
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
I used to do the same thing with my little boy.
Me too,
And,
yeah.
and I was
Mhm.
raised that way. It's sort of just passed on.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I see more people, holding space for their kids and allowing them to cry and
Mm-hmm.
let them know that it's not shameful and it's not weak.
And it's not
Yeah.
wrong, because that was the big word in my world, was I was wrong and the authority is right.
Yeah. Just a playful program,
Mm-hmm.
that can be easily deleted from the computer.
Delete.
Yeah, fuck that.
Or feeling like that I have to control something. There has to be control over another person.
Hey, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There's true strength in vulnerability.
But I'm going to count on you to get us over there.
Yeah.
It's an iPhone, Michael.
I got it.
Yeah, the last thing we suspect is to find strength in vulnerability. It's the last place we want to look. It's very ironic that is very empowering to be able to fully feel what others are deathly afraid of feeling fully.
Mm-hmm.
They would rather tell a story about it than feel the intensity of being overwhelmed or frustrated or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is.
Mm. Yeah, it's nice to step back and watch. Like I have a friend that is it's so funny. I just laugh about it now because there was a time when there was this belief that I had to do something to make him shut up. And now it's just like, like it's just interesting. It's like it's curiosity now watching him just, believe the stories, which is totally innocent, totally
Yeah.
fine. How can of course I can identify with that because that's what's been seemingly happening for like 50 something years here, so he's me and I'm him. He's
Mm-hmm.
just identifying with stories, but there's nothing wrong with it. See,
Yeah.
wrong with his
Exactly.
thinking.
Right. There's nothing wrong. Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah.
wrong at all.
Total
Nothing's gone
perfection.
wrong.
Yeah. All of it.
Yeah, everything is equally this,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's preferred or not.
I guess nothing's gone right either.
Mm-hmm.
It's all just
Exactly.
transitory.
No inherent meaning, just completely, it's whatever meaning you give it, playfully, to taste that meaning and to taste that experience.
Yeah, and
But
it's a
you, mhm.
body to move and come back. Sorry, Jenny.
No, that was it. Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful. And it's so cool, like, God, you being God, dreaming this, where you know, disassociated and forgot so that you could, experience what it was like to wake up and realize yourself that you're one, and how epic is that? And it's all just for fun, and that none of this is really happening. But even like planting those seeds, being the infinite intelligence, which is like a computer of infinite information, data files that are immediately vibrating now that you can pick from on the fly and render. But like even that information of projecting the false assumption of a society or a world that really doesn't exist except for an idea that's even logical. It's just an idea. Where is it? But
Right.
like, but and then planting, or like innocently, being the pure awareness, paying attention to an idea of, which is just a belief of, it needs to be this way, or this is right or wrong in society, and you shouldn't feel pain or suffering or whatever, and then rendering the evidence, projecting it on the screen like that, and then resisting it, is all just playful. And it's how you as God could have, which is not human, could experience what it was like to be human or finite or feel limited or feel like you were born and you're going to die. So all of it's total perfection. That you wanted to dream this, you wanted to appear to get lost in your dream, and all along, when you back all the way up, all there is the pure consciousness sensing, impersonal sensations. Nothing's happening to you. You've never suffered. You've never suffered. You remain untouched. And it's so cool how like you even like imagined all these scams, and because it's all like false assumptions and paradigms and everything, to confuse you, so that you can keep playing hide and seek with yourself. So even like pieces of which I've looked into the Gnostic Gospels, which are beautiful. I love all of it because everything's screaming this already. It's all the clue. But even like when you encrypted parts in the Bible that were confusing, like the sins, being behaviors, when I would say the sin is thinking that a behavior is a sin, because sin is missing the point. So I would say the only sin, which is just the game of hide and seek, would be the belief in an outside cause,
Yeah.
That's right. It's
which
so
is playful. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, it's like rules for the game, the Ten Commandments. It's
Yeah.
really playful, you know? They should sell it in a game store.
The only sin is thinking that these 10 commandments are a sin.
Mm-hmm. I like a lot of verses in the Bible.
Yeah,
Like,
I do too.
be still and know that I'm God.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And don't put any other God before me. That's
Exactly.
you talking to yourself. It's like, hello,
about
I'm
yourself.
Wow, I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
that.
It's
Heck yeah.
saying don't worship what you seem to be, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am that I am. I am. And that's all there is. Fill in the blank.
And the only sin is the belief in other.
Yeah. That's the only sin. And then it's like when you figure that out, it's like winning the game. Oh, yay.
But it's guiltless as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all innocent. Like playing a game with yourself, you know. You always remain, you know, immaculate, not even in the game, but illuminating the game, imagining it.
You can't mess it up.
Yeah.
There was no real enemy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But how fun that
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
Like the friend is in disguise, is it disguising itself as an enemy, but it's always
Yeah.
been the friend.
How
Yeah.
fun.
It
Yeah.
is fun.
Yeah, how fun to have evil.
To appear as Satan.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, it's God and the devil duking it out, man.
I know.
it's so dramatic. What more could you want?
Yeah.
That was another thing too. I think for me that there was change but not change. So one of the things that I used to be afraid of was, and that whole belief just collapsed, was like watching The Exorcist. I remember the first time, and throughout the years I'd watch it, it was like, oh, the mind would say, well, don't watch it because if you do, the devil will come into your room or whatever. And my friend comes into my room, my friend from PA, and he starts telling me about watching this movie, and he shouldn't have watched it so late at night. I started cracking up, and I said, "Isn't it cool to watch your head turn like that? Look at, I mean, it was like everything was just like I can see it without that belief, and it's
Mhm.
fun to watch.
Yeah.
Fun. There's entertainment in this now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just discerning stories for stories.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they can't, they're not allowed to be, but it is nice to see through them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the humor of it all.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
It is hilarious. It was you believing in the boogeyman.
Like it's not real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Peekaboo, like a little baby. Peekaboo.
Yeah.
Yeah, playing cops and robbers and all of that. It was always there in the mind, playing
Yeah.
itself out.
Isn't that sweet? Everything's the clue. Like even
Yeah.
the child playing with imaginary friends, like that's what this is. It's like just one playing with itself. Yeah. In the imagination.
I like my imaginary friends now.
Yay.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
You can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You're not real. Go away. No.
Yay, Jackie.
I'm still playing with my kids and grandkids are not real. I'm just,
Yeah.
okay, God, like really.
I would say what does real and unreal even mean? And if you can't answer that, then that's not worth worrying about.
The joy. It's
You
just joy.
Yeah.
The joy is real.
Yay.
The ordinariness of spending time with your grandchildren and their lives.
Hmm.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids are the most fun to hang out with. They're my favorites.
Yeah, we don't know how this is, how we're able to have our loved ones and love and yet it seems to be that's literally magic.
Mm-hmm.
We'll never understand it. We are it. We can't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And the mind is always saying, you should have said this, you shouldn't have said this. And, the
Yeah.
guilt for saying things or the guilt for not saying things I should have said or done or not done. I'm like,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that voice is not your friend.
It's a broken record of society. It's just a survival mechanism. It's part of being a human. It's trying to help, but it's not an entity. It's empty.
Yeah. And
Just
it's a part of the game of hide and seek too, because it keeps you distracted from your own silence and being, it being obvious that you are that from which the thoughts appear and disappear, and you're
Yeah,
not the thoughts.
those critical thoughts, like Leela was saying, that's what was seen here is that it's like, wow, they're just trying to help in their own toxic, dysfunctional way.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Just to watch it, it's like, wow, and not engage in it is the freedom. Or
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
right when you're aware of it without thought, just feeling it and it comes home and then it doesn't come up again. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It dissolves everything.
yeah, if you get really still and sort of in that witness place without
Mm-hmm.
trying to grasp or push away, if you spend enough
Yeah.
time there, you'll see you're not thinking them.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, it's just like a bird tweeting.
Yeah.
And then it don't matter what they say. It says nothing about you.
Yeah. And it gets quiet. It's quiet and you can see it as a beautiful creating tool. So it's like
Yeah.
the mind becomes your bitch basically,
Yeah.
because you're like you can see that you're the source of it. It can't appear without you. So you're the source of the mind, and you're using it as this beautiful mirror, this tool, so that you as the unseeable can see yourself.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that can be a little, and we try to avoid seeing that, so to say. It's a pattern that we try to avoid seeing it because it's terrifying in a way to see that I'm not doing this. This is futile, but that futility can bring a deep peace. There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do but relax when there's nothing to do, right?
Yeah. Literally nothing to do. It's like I see it like a pointless holodeck in Star Trek. Like none of this shit's real. Like a holographic world of of icons in U.S. consciousness, appearing and disappearing, and it's playful. It's like a permanent vacation because nothing's really happening. There is nothing to do or not do.
Yeah, as soon as I hear that critical voice saying, you should pick up the phone, I actually do the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm just doing the
That's
opposite
funny.
now. And I'm like,
You can rebel.
It's like a rebellion kind of.
Isn't that cute? I love
But it
that.
feels very freeing.
Yeah.
It's playful.
I do that when it says don't get any dessert tonight. And then I get up and eat the entire thing, the entire box of cookies.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah,
Thoughts
it's
have
kind of
no
a
power.
rebellious. It's a rebellious energy.
Mm-hmm.
It's playful and it's like it's trying to do the opposite that it used to do.
Yeah.
But
And
it's
thoughts
still
have no power. You are the power. You are what's giving rise to the thoughts. It can't appear without you. So yeah, it's just
still playing.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wish to ask India a question on reincarnation. In Hinduism, reincarnation is based on karma, and karma is based on free will. But since we have no free will, there is no karma, and reincarnation makes no sense.
Yeah, because you're not even here right now.
So do you believe in reincarnation?
Are you asking me that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Well, there was a time when there was so much attention on that, and even looking at YouTube videos on that, like there was like kind of like a distraction in a way. There was right here now. I don't even know. I don't know if there is such thing as reincarnation. I mean, could be, but I'm just not fixated on that. So I not anymore. I mean, there could be, but it doesn't. I don't know. What is reincarnation? Maybe there is. What does it have? What I ask myself, what does that have to do with right here? Do you know?
Mhm.
Or it, I don't know. I can remember really believing in, reincarnation and karma, and maybe there is truth to it. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. I don't know anymore.
And what's the one dreaming this? That which is dreaming this is not the character that is born and dies. So just like the screen at the movie theater that remains when the movie ends and a new movie begins, you're unchanging. So you never die. But you like dreaming. Why wouldn't you dream? Imagining. And just like wearing a VR headset, you're not the avatar in the headset, and you remain when the avatar dies in the headset.
I guess reincarnation would be like taking off the headset and putting on another one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
playfully.
there's no stopping and starting, and it's not
Mm-hmm.
really
Yeah,
going.
you're singularity. You're the only one. The one wearing the VR headset.
No, there's nobody there.
Yeah. Yeah, just like when you look in a VR headset. I mean, you're the power which is giving rise to it, illuminating it, making it appear to exist, rendering it. It can't appear without you. And you're immaculate, immortal, invincible.
Right.
You never
Bodies
die.
are imagined.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Raj,
Yeah.
I would say that you reincarnate every time you believe a thought.
Yeah. I like that.
Michael, please say that again.
Well, you're reincarnating every moment you believe
Yeah.
a thought.
And
Yeah.
reincarnation too, for me, for a time, was just future based. Like the mind would wonder, what's it like, and what body am I going to be in, and now that just doesn't feel. I don't know. It doesn't even matter.
Mm-hmm.
Not
So
interesting. Yeah.
It's a story.
Meaningless.
Yeah.
I was just going to say so you can imagine anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah, and you're doing it right now by what you're paying attention to. You're projecting on the movie screen. So if you pay attention to reincarnation, then when you die, you'll project that on the movie screen. Whatever, you're the infinite intelligence, infinite
Right.
being that's not even in the dream.
Right.
But wouldn't it make sense to say that regarding reincarnation, that there is a set of tendencies, of inclinations, of yes, tendencies, impersonal tendencies, impersonal inclinations, and this set of inclinations may go on after the body dissolves, and then what we some call reincarnation, it is the continuation of these tendencies, but totally impersonal. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
in this present incarnation, whatever that means, it was called Geo. And then these tendencies, these choices, these preferences go on in somewhere else. And then they reappear as these tendencies, these choices, these inclinations, but there is nobody there.
Mm-hmm.
So it is more or less like someone said, putting on a headset, and there is no one actually listening to the whole thing.
And they're just all impersonal qualities, like data in a computer, just infinite information that's available now.
I just see algorithms and whatever you want, out it comes.
And just tasting that quality, that finite quality. And I was going to respond to Michael, what you said too. This is timeless. Nothing's happening. Like, this is the alpha omega now. And like, you're being born right now. And then nothing happened before this, but then holding on to that data and the computer of information that's impersonal, you're rendering the evidence of it continuously, which is how.
Sorry. Yes, okay. But if there is this tendency to believe that I am living, that I am identified with these impersonal tendencies, that goes on also.
Yeah, right? You project that on the movie screen, so then you get to taste that.
Exactly, yeah. So in the next moment, or in the next I don't know what to call it, it will reappear again with another name, because the precedent one had a name, so it will have another name. It will call himself, myself, me, me again. But suddenly in these tendencies, somehow this tendency arrives at the point when it realizes that there is no one here. It is not I.
Yeah.
And that may go on also. So suddenly there are this, I think it is called Buddha land. Someone reappears and he knows that he is not from that world. He is just appearing. He already knows it. Because these tendencies went on without the identification with the impersonal choices, tendencies, and inclinations. So there are this, it seems right now, I'm just playing, this thought just came up here right now, but it seems that there are these two possibilities that these tendencies go on believing with the belief that I am there, that there is someone there. Then there will be reincarnation as Gio, as Andre, as Indira, as anyone. And there may be a possibility that these tendencies go on without any identification. It's a funny thing to think about, that it may go on, and suddenly a Buddha appears, and suddenly a Christ appears, or suddenly a worker appears in China who knows everything about the whole thing that we are talking about. He doesn't even know where it came from, what is the origin, but he already knows it. And he just preferred to remain in this earth because he just likes it. And so he will reappear in this world. But he knows that he is not him. He is not, those tendencies are not a person. Does this make any sense?
Yeah. And then you realize that all there is the one wearing the headset, which is omniscient, that has all knowledge within it, that's appearing to disassociate and look through the unique experience of the avatar in the headset, which you remain untouched. You're not the avatar.
Yes, and the funny thing is that who realizes this? It is the avatar, because this no one that is listening to everything, he doesn't know anything. I mean, emptiness doesn't know anything, right? It is a totally impersonal, not even a witness. It accepts everything, but it is not, how to say, it has no knowledge. So when there is this reincarnation, in brackets, with someone who knows that he is not a person, it is this reincarnated no person that has the realization.
The
Not that,
consciousness, because I see everything as an icon in consciousness that's not conscious, like the body's not conscious, you're not hearing this from the ears, you're not seeing the screen from the eyes. You're the consciousness imagining the screen and the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can call it that. Why not? Yeah.
The peace that passeth all perception.
Yeah.
So for me, what's coming up is when my mother died 2 years ago, when this seeing was seen, this emptiness, this beingness that we all are, just experiential. The insight that came here was that, oh wow, her story died.
Yeah.
And her essence is here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That never died.
Yeah.
How was I able to see that? Because I'm able to see this essence that has always been here, and the same thing for her. She was Sandy, mother, victim. That was her story, blah, 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 blah. But that is gone, and the body is gone, but her essence is still here.
Yeah.
That doesn't die.
And that can be so obvious, that which still remains when the sound of this voice stops. This.
Yeah,
it never dies.
It never was born and it never dies. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very obvious that all of the characters, that you pay attention to are just ideas, conceptual ideas mentally projected. They're like your dad's an idea, your mom's an idea, it's all just imagined.
Imagined from love. It feels very like a holy relationship.
And
Holy
they're ideas.
W-H.
Yeah, they're ideas that you are in love with. Like you love these ideas. Like,
yes.
I love talking to my mom as an idea on the phone, and I don't want her to not be there as an idea. Like it's beautiful to fall in love and even be attached to these mental concepts.
Yeah, still role play, still play as a sister. Play as not yet or not now as a girlfriend, or play as a flight attendant, or go home and visit my brothers. You can still be in this world and play in this world and see that you're not of it.
Yeah. See that it's all you as the one self, playing with itself.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, it is fun. And there's no one to change or convince. There's no world to save. It's like, it really is like permanent retirement. Like there's nothing to have to do. It's total perfection. So even when my dad is fallen for the scam and he's freaking out about a world that doesn't exist, I don't tell him that. I don't say, well, that's not real. That's a projection of your mind. You're hallucinating that. You're paying attention to it, so you keep rendering it. It's not real. What happens when you ignore it? It disappears. You're the source of it. I wouldn't say that. I just listen and smile and just love on him, because it's total perfection and it's not even happening. There isn't really a dad doing that. It's all a hallucination.
Ginny, can you hold on 1 second? Is anyone hearing an echo?
Yes.
I am.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so somebody has maybe their audio on, if they can mute it, unless you're speaking. Dawn? Anybody? Yeah. Thank you.
That was kind of cool, though. It's like screaming at yourself in the mountains, like when it's just your voice. It's just like echoing back. I love it.
Michael, did we get some people that came late?
Yeah, looks like Safiwe's here.
Oh, Safiwe. And Grace came late, huh?
Yeah, Grace.
Is there anybody who wants to share that hasn't shared?
Sorry, guys. I thought that the meeting just started. I think I am 1 hour late.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just realizing this. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Thank you. Yeah. I love this when the topic around others. Who are they? It's very intriguing for me that I arrived at the right time. So tell me more. When you were saying we love ideas, and I was thinking sometimes do we love them to death? Because when my parents passed away 2 years ago, I felt like it's all still love, but still sometimes we don't know what is love, like how this is, what is like loving something just to allow it to manifest. I don't know.
There can still be a missing, because that happens here, a missing of my mother. That still happens. There can be moments of listening to a song and all of a sudden sensations of grief will come through. It's totally perfect. And that's
Beautiful.
love there, yeah. Allowing that to just be, move through that.
Mm-hmm.
The humanists, we're humans. We're in these human bodies. Emotions, they're going to happen, whether the mind wants it or not.
And it feels like that's maybe the love. It's just like to experience all these emotions and arising. Just now I was having conversations this morning with friends, and they were just telling me about things that they are going through, and it looks there is problem there, and I'm just sitting here listening and like speaking about love. So I'm just enjoying listening to something that looks like conflict, and I don't know like what to do. It's just sitting here, and it just came to mind. It felt like ideas are talking to ideas about ideas, and having ideas party.
Ideas party.
It's just like nothing really to add. It's, anything I say is gonna be another idea. It's just
Yeah, isn't that funny? It's all a fairy tale. It's all make believe.
yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing that can get outside of it to know it.
Thank you, Grace. That was very helpful.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Ideas party.
Yeah.
Someone else said it in the Jackie. Oh, you said him earlier. I love knowing, not knowing what's going to happen. Yeah, it's like watching a movie in a movie theater, not knowing what the next scene's going to be makes it exciting. You know, you like that surprise because it's like a movie that's already been filmed, but you're pretending to just watch it for the first time. It's amazing. That thing about emotions, Grace, it's like when it's obvious that you're one with it, that, you know, your singularity from which everything appears and disappears in you. You're one with it. It's beyond intimacy. So it can even feel like ecstasy, like even hearing someone complain, or you're one with it. It's like you're tasting it. You're making love to it, you know? And emotions.
Right.
Allowed to be there.
Yeah. You were asking about other. Well, there really isn't any other thought because it's just every thought is itself a thought. So there's no other thought because when the next thought comes, it's still itself a thought. So there is no other.
Yeah. And it never happened. Nothing happened. It's timeless. Nothing happened before this. So you've never even had a thought. That's the crazy part.
You mean it's like shape shifting?
Yeah. Yeah. You're like the infinite magician. And where is it? Where's the thought? There's just this beautiful empty potential from which everything appears and disappears.
And how many observers are there? Like if we say like if there is no observer, nothing is happening, right? This is when when referred to quantum physics. It's like in this when I give attention to something, I give it rise. So there is observer, but does this imply there is observer in another mind? Like
No,
there is
I
another,
don't see
there
any
is
other
another,
mind. There's
there
just
is
one.
another.
Yeah, just one immaculate intelligence,
So it's one
awareness.
observer. Again, it's just pretending to be, I don't know, like how it's really speaking about mystery. It feels like hologramic hologram. This is it's like how this observer is manifesting in apparent many. Yeah.
Just one consciousness
We're
tasting
all
itself as
drops.
infinite
Yeah, we're all
potential. Yeah.
drops of one ocean, but we're not separate.
Mm-hmm.
Water.
We're all the
We're
ocean.
all
Tasting itself as a drop. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's seen here that it wants to experience emotions, all of them. And what's seen that doesn't want to experience emotions are thoughts that want to distract or just say something that a resistance towards the emotion. But when really putting attention on the body sensations, and like when a song would come up and then there would be all of a sudden the feeling of grief would come through, the face gets warm. And actually experientially this year the thoughts are very light. I mean, I don't even, there's just a sensation of sadness. There's a movement through the sadness in the body and the tears and the warm face to be experienced.
Yeah.
And it's done.
Yeah. It's self-aware. It's tasting itself as that experience, as that qualia.
And there's no need to even talk to I can remember making, to make a conversation about the emotion. There's this, like the victim of Indira, and God, she's gone, and blah 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 blah. That is not here. It's just emotion, song, minder of mom, and then it's just, and that's the freedom, because even though it feels hard, it's okay that it's hard. It feels these sensations. Then along at the very end tail of it, there's like this sense of peace, and then it's gone.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's just an impersonal sensation appearing and disappearing. And you're just the one dreaming this, tasting it.
Intensity versus calm. Intensity, calm. It's like, isn't it like, what is that? There's no separation.
Yeah. Yeah, what is it like to be when you aren't? What is it like to feel? What is it like to think that you're human? And how amazing with the emotions and the giving rise to meaning through the filter of the illusion of conditioning and preference and aversions and unique qualities, like that are just all information in a computer that's examining itself, experimenting. They're just like picking an avatar out in the VR headset. It came with these unique qualities and aversions, and the identification as the avatar in the headset, which is the illusion of the outside cause. Forgetting yourself as the one wearing the headset gave rise to, all of these memories and which made everything appear unique. It's like uniquely experienced, which is amazing.
Safiwe wrote a little note here in the chat. He said, calm intensity.
Calm I like that.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, you're like the eye of the storm that doesn't get touched.
That calmness is so intense.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I love that. Thank you.
Any last comments or questions before we close out this afternoon?
Love you guys.
Love you. That was so fun.
That was
I
fun.
just
Thank
want to say
you.
thank you guys. I've been watching also sometimes, even when I'm not joining, I watch sometimes online. So it's been like really lovely to watch this conversation. So thank you guys.
Oh, thank you guys.
Thanks, Grace. Thank you, everyone.
Mwah. Yay. Love
Mwah.
y'all. Big hugs.
Love you guys.
Mwah.
Bye.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Bye.
Yay, beloved. Mwah. What a beautiful celebration. And feel free to reach out to any of us for a one-on-one chat about anything and everything. Awakening. We're here for you. I am you. You are me. Yay, love you. The links are in the description of how to get in touch with us. Yay.